Oh, what's here? Oh, oh God, let me back in. Let me in, let me in, let me in. What is out there? I don't like that. I love it when indie developers come out with a unique game that's both interesting, fun, and enjoyable. So imagine, if you will, having survived a zombie apocalypse, that you are now standing on a checkpoint bridge with the entire future of humanity in your hands. One by one, survivors come through your doors, and you get to decide who lives, who gets quarantined, and who gets a bullet. That, in a nutshell, is Quarantine Zombies, a hybrid of inspection sim and zombie FPS, set in a ruined Chicago with 30 days to hold the line, find your brother, and not let all of humanity die. It still wants me to call in refugees. Oh my God. Quarantine Zombies puts you in charge of a critical checkpoint on the very edge of a quarantined Chicago during a zombie outbreak. You are the last soldier on post. Your mission is simple on paper and brutal in practice. Screen survivors, stop the infected from escaping the city, hold the barrier, and prepare to hand the checkpoint over to the army in 30 days' time. That's not good, dude. Moment to moment, you will bring survivors up into the barrier, one at a time. You visually inspect them for bites, wounds, infections, and other symptoms. And if you're confident they're clean, you can just let them across into the safe zone. If you're unsure, you can throw them into quarantine and reassess them over several days. If they're clearly infected, you eliminate them. One mistake could mean the infection spreading beyond Chicago and wiping out all of humanity. Every survivor will have a story. Some will plead, some will lie, some try to manipulate you. You have to decide who to trust. Under pressure, under time limits, with the undead pounding on your defences, decisions are critical. This isn't just a static boost sim. You're also going to defend this base, upgrade it, repair the barrier, buy weapons and tools, and eventually you're going to have to leave the checkpoint and fight through the city to try and find your brother. He's a scientist working on a cure. You're the cop, he's the brain, and together you're trying to keep the world intact long enough to save humanity. From a realism perspective, in a fictional zombie setup, the inspection logic, survival loops, and decision pressure all feel pretty grounded. If zombies were real, I imagine it would be something quite like this. Now, I'll admit visually Quarantine Zombies isn't mind-blowing in the graphics department, but it's more than acceptable for a mid-scale indie sim. Character models are actually quite decent. The wounds, the bites, and the visible signs of infection are sometimes clear enough to see by eye, but sometimes kind of hidden from view. The environments around the checkpoint and the ruined urban space feel grimy and bleak, exactly what you would expect from such a setting. You're not here for pretty vistas, and that's a good thing, because the lighting and the atmosphere in this game is something that's definitely on the back burner. It's not AAA pretty, but it's functional and thematically on point. The audio is okay, with room to grow. Some ambient noises sometimes feel like they're coming from everywhere, which actually helps with the tension. Where the hell is that noise coming from? That said, a lot more could be done around gun audio. It lacks punch. Shots sound a bit too soft for a game where the last line of defense is a bullet to the face. The survivors' voices are actually really rather good. Some sound a little bit AI generated or stiff, but actually I think it's pretty damn good for an indie dev team. Overall, the atmosphere is good, the weapons are weak, but there's enough there to support the tension and make it an enjoyable gaming experience. At 4K, I had solid 60 FPS throughout. There's no major hitching or obvious stability issues here. For a game that's still marked as coming soon, that's a promising start point. Spec-wise, the recommended requirements target a mid-range modern PC, an i7 and an RTX 3060, suggesting they push some visual and AI load, but nothing outrageous. The concept does most of the heavy lifting. It's immersive because it's believable. Standing at a checkpoint, reading faces, scanning for wounds and holding the line while zombies build up behind the fence, it's inherently tense. If you lean into the roleplay, you'll get sucked into it quite quickly. Zombie breaches will instantly spike your adrenaline too. When something infected gets through that perimeter, it's legitimate moment. It's not a minor inconvenience, you've got to sort it out fast. Immersion breaks come mainly from stiff captives and some audio gaps, but overall, if you allow it, this world will get right under your skin. Now, obviously we're talking about a zombie sim here, but in terms of realism, it's surprisingly good. You'll have to sleep, manage your weapons, keep defences working, and make these decisions based on incomplete information most of the time. The inspection process, the initial visual checks, and then advanced tools that you can purchase and get delivered by drone feel systematic, not random. I really like it. Where the realism dips a little bit, as I've mentioned before, the AI captives do just stand around instead of sort of behaving like stressed humans. I'd like to see them go to sleep or sit in a corner or cry or get angry or something, but they kind of just stand there until they turn into zombies, I suppose. The core loop's tight. Bring in the survivors one by one, inspect them for signs of infection, check their eyes, their mouths, any wounds, scars, clear bites that they might have, and then you either let them through, quarantine them, or execute them. You'll earn money by making the correct call. You won't make any money for making the incorrect call, and that is essential for keeping the base open. Obviously, the more money you have, the better weapons you can have, the more improved defences you can have. And then there's the car. You need to get the car ready for the final push, because you still need to go and find your baby brother. Any ongoing quarantine cases require deeper observation and judgment calls. If you're too lazy or reckless, you'll either kill innocents or let infected slip through. You only need to let one through to destroy all of humanity. Right now, the system feels like it's a strong base. There's clearly room for more complexity, but the base loop works how it is. I like the idea, and I think they've done a great job of creating this first look taster for all of us to sort of get involved. There's no Steam price listed yet. My expectation from what I've experienced, £10 to £15 with meaningful upgrades would be more than reasonable. And if they do really improve and enhance on the game, then yeah, it could push up to 20 quid, maybe just over. But I wouldn't expect it to be much more than that. If it is, then I would say to the developers, a lot more work needs to be done to justify such a price. But this is literally the first look I've had, so it's all speculative from this point. Once you understand the systems, the controls feel intuitive, movement, inspection and interactions are all very straightforward. Some of the mechanics aren't really explained very clearly at the beginning of the game, which did confuse me a tad, but once you kind of get into the flow of it, it all kind of makes sense and becomes intuitive rather quickly. I like the AI behaviour. The survivors really do feel like they have personalities, at least how they present their stories and their conditions. Some zombies are much faster than I expected, which can keep you on your edge. And I'd like to see the captive AIs do a bit more, but that's just something that maybe could be worked on in the future. So developers, I think this is what I would like to see you working on. Add a multiplayer co-op checkpoint duty system. That would be great. Shared inspections and defences and whatnot. I think it would be interesting as well if you would let us recruit some of the people coming through, some of the survivors, and see if we can get them to go and sit on a gun and be, a guard or a technician. In fact, you could start sort of doing some scientific experimentation on some of these people who have been infected and monitor them over a period of time. Do scientific experiments on them. You could introduce crafting. I mean, you could really expand this game in lots of different areas, and I think it would be fantastic if that was your intention. Furthermore, I think the audio's a little bit weak. There's some really great sounds in there. Whether or not they activate at the right times or activate in a meaningful way is kind of a little bit here or there right now. But the better the audio, the better the immersion. So, final thoughts. Quarantine Zombies is one of the more interesting spins on the zombie genre that I've seen in quite a while. The combination of first-person zombie defences and Papers, Please style inspection at a critical checkpoint is genuinely refreshing. When you're scanning faces, checking wounds, and second-guessing every decision with the fate of humanity on your shoulders, it works. It's tense, it's stressful, but above all else, it's quite a lot of fun. It's a framework that needs more systems, needs more depth. Maybe an enhancement around AI behaviour. Certainly needs richer audio and some sort of scope about where the game is going to evolve into. But based on this first look, I'd say fun, 9 out of 10, realism, 8 out of 10, overall rating, 8 out of 10, any day of the week. Definitely worth keeping an eye on, guys. I'd wishlist this one and keep your eye on it for a while.
In the land of the web where the reviews abound, some UK's got the truth that'll turn it around. Honest insights, no whispers in the dark, fact-based face, wisdom igniting that spark. Navigating life with a click and a scroll, understanding the details. It's all about control. With every line you read, you're gaining the facts. No tricks up our sleeves, we stay on the tracks. We don't play games, we simulate reality. With SimUK reviews as your ultimate clarity. Best as goes, guiding you through each page. In this digital jungle, we ignite the stage. From smartphones to gadgets, we scope it all out. Nothing but honesty, there's no need to doubt. The ultimate realism is what we bring forth. With every word written, we deliver true worth. You wanna know what's hot, you wanna know what's cool. SimUK's the place, making you the informed fool. No sugarcoating here, just genuine delight. With every review, we shine a bright light. So come along now, let's take a ride through the world of SimUK with nothing to hide. Fact-based reviews will help you see clear. With honesty as our compass, we got nothing to fear. We build those connections, foster that trust, turning confusion and doubt into a diamond crust. When you're seeking advice, look no further, my friend. SimUK's at your service with reviews that won't bend. In a world filled with fakes, we stand our ground. With every observation, the truth can be found. Game changers and learning, we play it for real. Discovering the nuances, that's how we deal. We don't play games, we simulate reality. With SimUK reviews as your ultimate clarity. Best as those, guiding you through each page. In this digital jungle, we ignite the stage. So join the revolution, step up your game. With SimUK reviews, you'll know no shame. Finding your way in this vast sea of tricks. We're all about facts, not gimmicks or kicks. For every question you have, for every thought that you seek, SimUK's got the answers, it's the honest critique. So here's to the reviews that keep it all true. In this playful acoustic world, we're reaching for you. Ultimate realism with a dash of delight. SimUK reviews, they'll light up your night. With laughter and honesty, we'll sing out loud. Here at SimUK, we stand tall and proud.